Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Movie Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the Avengers, Age of Ultron. Now this movie doesn't come out until May, but still, we got some stuff to talk about since the second trailer just came out. And I mean, that trailer was just amazing. So now that we could talk a little bit more about that, Ultron, one of the baddest of the bads for the Avengers, and in the comic books he's created by Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man. And he's gone through different variations of forms through the years. And the Ultron, let's see, I think there was like 13 Ultrons before he changed it, or 12. Is it 12 or 13 Ultrons before they changed himself to Ultimate Ultron? But anyways, he controlled Jarvis at one point and made the Avengers think that Jarvis was a bad guy, and Jarvis was a human being at this point in the comic books. So now, they change it around, and, Jarvis is now, a voice, so they don't have to worry about that being done. He is also the creator of Vision. He creates Vision to infiltrate the Avengers, and the Avengers, end up having him become a team member because he ends up changing sides and teams up with the Avengers. And with the original cast coming back from the Avengers, sorry, allergies are kicking in and I'm a little sick. With the Avengers coming, you have, Thor coming back, you have Captain America, you have Iron Man, you have Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye. I mean, it's just like, this is just amazing. But then you're adding in Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, which are pretty amazing. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to then mention, anything about mutants or their father Magneto, since Disney does not, Marvel does not have the rights to any of the X-Men, anything in X-Men universe. No mutants can be mentioned in this. So these are the only mutants we're ever going to get. So they're not going to mention any mutants, but whatever. So they're on in the trailer. You see that they've teamed up with Ultron, and he's using them. We don't know how that happened and how they end up teaming up and helping out Ultron. But we do know that they end up switching sides on Ultron and becoming good guys. With that being said, with Ultron, going after the Avengers for them, for whatever reason that they have in the movie, because in the comics, it's because he found, he was there to help them train and all that stuff, and basically like security. He ends up switching sides, realizing that the problem isn't just the bad guys; it's humanity in general that's wrong, and everybody has to go for it to be a perfect world. So even the sentient being Ultron just says, "Screw it, you all gotta die." So Ultron is definitely an amazing villain, because not only that he's indestructible, his body's made out of adamantium. I don't know if they're going to use that in the movie, but I know Wakanda is going to play an important part of it, because they have Andy Serkis coming in. He's playing, keep forgetting his name. He's playing a villain who's going to be instrumental in Black Panther movie. So he's one of the main villains in Black Panther. So with his appearance in the Avengers, it's just gonna be an amazing, little throw in. Just little things like this is pretty amazing for this movie alone. Now, with Ultron trying to destroy the Avengers, now in the first trailer we saw how the Captain America shield is destroyed, and you had Thor laying down next to the broken shield. Who knows how badly this is gonna end out. Now we don't know if this is gonna be the first part of the battle where they first get annihilated by Ultron, they manage to get away, or what part of the battle this is going to be. But all we know is that the Avengers get their ass handed to them early on in the movie, and we know Cap shield is broken. We don't know where it gets broken, and you get a little vision of Ultron. I mean, not Ultron, of the Hulk versus Iron Man in the Hulk buster suit. Now, when I saw for sure, I knew something was wrong with the Hulk, because something looked wrong with the Hulk. It just didn't look like the Hulk was the Hulk. Well, watching this second trailer, you see the Hulk, and he looks like he's been under control. His eyes are red and everything like that. I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, phenomenal. I was surprised. I was like, wow. And then when they had Thor attacking Tony Stark, it was like he has to be under control or something. Something has to be going on, or he must have said something to Thor for him to attack him like that. But all in all, what's going to happen? Who's going to end up where? And this is setting up the events for the next Avengers 3 and also what's going to happen in between this series. You know, in the next Captain America, the next the Black Panther, and all these movies going on. The thing is, we don't know if there's gonna be an Iron Man 4. We're hoping there's an Iron Man 4. Please let there be an Iron Man 4, because that would be an amazing movie if they bring in the real Mandarin, because that would be pretty fucking awesome. With that being said, with this sequel being entered into the series, there's a lot of things going on. Is going to happen now. Expectations among everybody's going to be set really, really high, because that first movie was phenomenal. But with Ultron, we already know that it's going to be pretty awesome, because Ultron, for us comic book fans, know his origin and history, and know that he's one guy who could ultimately destroy the Avengers. He's one of the guys who can take them and just annihilate them. Hulk is of course being only one of the guys who can actually basically easily destroy Ultron, but not physically destroy him, because he could basically reconnect his body once it's disconnected from himself. So he cannot die. He could be separated from himself. Now that's what makes him such a real threat. Yeah, Loki's a pretty badass, but you could kill Loki. That's no problem. You can't kill Ultron. You could try, but no matter what you do, he comes back together again, no matter what. So Ultron's pretty badass, and with Ultron, he could take over computers and stuff like that. So Ultron is pretty viable threat. Who knows what kind of threats he's gonna be throwing our way. Of course, we've seen in the trailers, we've seen all these Iron Man suits that were there and flying around under Ultron's control. But ultimately, with James Spader playing the voice of Ultron, and James Spader is an amazing actor. He might not have done many things now, but with him being the voice of Ultron, I think that's just an amazing pick right there. His voice alone, and even in the trailers, you hear the trailer, you're like, wow, that's pretty awesome. But his voice alone was just amazing at the casting. The whole story arc for this movie is going to be crazy, and I think it's going to be. I believe it's also going to be as long as the first Avengers. Don't know how it's going to end for our heroes. We know it's going to end. I don't know how much of a toll it's going to take on them. And Avengers 3 might have the Ant-Man in it, hopefully. But until then, it's supposedly this one. It's Tony Stark who makes Iron Man to help them out. And I don't know what capacity they have him helping out. I don't know if they're using his origin, where he's there to help them, in combat training, the threat assessments and stuff like that, security and stuff like that. If that's the exact same thing, but it's just instead of Hank Pym doing it, is it going to be just Tony Stark doing this? And with that being said, it's just that might be just a small little minor tweak, but I would have loved it to have it been Hank Pym being an intricate role into this, especially since since Ant-Man just is coming out and being released, and it would have been nice to have Hank Pym, the one that created it, for the Avengers, even though Hank Pym's old guy, but him just created for the Avengers as a, just a tool to help him out, whatever. This is just my 2 cents on the thought of that. But all in all, this movie looks like it's gonna be phenomenal. I mean, hands down, one of the best movies that we're gonna probably see for the Marvel franchise. Ant-Man, I definitely believe it's gonna be another surprise sleeper hit like Guardians of the Galaxy was, where people were like, nah, whatever. I think this will definitely do the same thing. Avengers is definitely going to be another big spectacle going on for this year. As far as comic book movies go, I don't know if any of the comic movies that are coming out that are going to be on the same level as this. Batman and Superman one, maybe. I'm not. Is it coming out this year? No, it's coming out next year. So no. So it looks like Avengers is not going to have anything going up against it, really. I might be wrong. I got to check my list again. I have a list of things there. But until our next update, I'm definitely going to keep looking at what's going on and other spoilers that they have coming out. Because right now they have nothing really spoiled much, because they're really keeping tight-lipped about this. The only thing we got new was that trailer, which was phenomenal. But from what I gather from the first 2 trailers, and what I know personally from the Avengers and the comic books, it's going to be a very exciting movie for any of us comic book fans. And for you guys out there who have never read the comic books and enjoyed the first one, be prepared for another thrill ride and another great story. But until then, I'm Grim Reaper. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Hit that like button. Leave a comment below. Leave your likes, your dislikes. Until then, guys, I'm going to see you guys next week with more movie talk. Tomorrow's going to be more gaming talk. And I'll be seeing you guys around. Bye.